It's your girl, Five Star Key, and this is the Notebook. Okay. All right. So I just have to say this. It is okay. So when it come down to me and my child, right? When it come down to me and my child, it's only me and my child. I don't have a son, and that's just pretty much it. But it's just like somebody in a situation, it's like this man. It's kind of weird because I don't know why it's a Sagittarius man. It's like he's heavily influenced in my child's life for some reason. And my child don't know this man at all. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's a man, he got his family. It's like it's so wild because it's like everybody feels the need to correct Kiara Clarice. Everybody feels the need to say that everything that Kiara Clarice does isn't correct or isn't right. Everything that Kiara Clarice builds isn't morally sound, but yet the same group of people that say those things about me, the same group of people that hinder me, block me, and hide me when it come down to all of my spiritual, when it come down to YouTube and things like that, when it comes down to it, it's like everybody has all the energy in the world to hide me. Everybody has all the energy in the world. Everybody has all the energy in the world to energy harvest off me. Everybody wants to be inside of my mind. Everybody wants to try to dictate where I make my money, how I make my money, what I spend my money on, and what is accessible for me. And it's just like at this point, it's like, damn, this shit been going on 3-4 years now. Like, damn, are y'all can't see those karmics for who they truly are? Y'all can't see the liars for who they truly are at this point? It's like, dang, these folks literally came into my world, came into my life, and tried to corrupt and disrupt what I had going on. But yet, everybody want to say I'm the problem. Everybody want to say all these wicked things about me. But yet, people want to try to, come to my daughter's aid, my daughter's rescue. When in reality, I'm not even an issue. It's like these folks made an issue. They created an issue. Because it was never an issue with Kiara Clarice. It was never an issue with 5-star readings. There was never an issue with anything that I've ever created. But yet it's an issue because these people want to create off of my energy. These men are confused when it comes down to lovers. They don't know how to be real. They don't know how to be truthful. These men don't know how to be honest, and they don't know how to be real. And guess what? If those men don't know how to be honest and real, guess what? They know they friends and their lovers, the wives and the commitments that they have made, they know they have made false commitments. They know they have lied. Because for the longest, it's kind of seeming like these people are trying to say, wicked things and evil things. Just because when it comes down to certain spiritual things, I can read the truth. I can tell that lady is a liar or that man is a liar. I can tell that person is into young kids. I can tell that they tried to set me up and they tried to kill me. And they're blabbergasting it all publicly. They're doing everything in the public's eye. They steal ideas in the public eye. They say they're murderers and rapists in the public's eye. They do all these things in the public's eye. But yet they want women to suffer that don't bow down to them. They all want to be in sync and they all want people to be connected. No, I I refuse to follow the roadmap of the enemy. I refuse to be connected to any demonic men. I refuse to be connected to demonic children. I refuse to be connected to demonic family. Because I kid you not, it's like who are these? I'm telling you, it is so weird. You got these group of people that feel like they're superior over somebody just because everybody is in agreement. Everybody is in agreement that 5-star key is an issue. Everybody is in agreement that 5-star key is a problem to everybody. But yet everybody wants the energy harvest off of 5-star key. Everybody wants 5-star key to walk away from her platform. Everybody wants 5-star key to walk away from what she's been building for all these years. All these people want to cause conflict with 5-star key. They want to come invade my life, invade everything, and cause conflict. Just because they're jealous hearted, they have big ass egos. They're mentally trapped. They're mentally stuck. They have an issue walking away from that big ego. They're satisfied with keeping people in mental imprisonments how they have been doing me. They have been satisfied with that. They have been satisfied with trying to steal souls, swap souls, and work with other people to get things done. They have been satisfied with that. That's why, like my daughter was saying when she came home from school the other day, 3 people got zeros. And it makes sense because everybody working together to destroy one person. Everybody working together to destroy somebody who can create them, the men. Everybody's working together to control children and manipulate kids' mind about their parents. Devils do that. Stealing, killing, destroying, devils do that. And that's another reason why they be trying to hinder opportunities and stuff. Because majority of these people in this world, they are gay. Half of these men are bisexual. Half of these men, they have secret fetishes when it comes down to children. It's like, why do these group of people want me to walk away from my opportunities that I built on my own? Nobody told me to get up on YouTube and say what I say. Nobody tells me what to say. Nobody tells me what to do. Nobody gives me no type of insight. Nobody gives me no type of creative endeavors. Nobody is creative in my life at all. It's like I'm the only creative person in my life. If it wasn't for me picking myself up every day, if it wasn't for me doing what I need to do every day to keep myself moving forward in life, and then having to call on my mother and my grandfather for help to pay bills, that's not in my future. That's not in my life. That's not in my life path. That's not in my life purpose, and it never was. That never was for me to be calling on somebody for help every time I turn around. Because these people want me to be slow. These people want me to be slow to speak, just to listen and all that. No, I can create. There is nothing wrong with me being on a platform. There's nothing wrong with me being a creator. There is nothing wrong with me standing in my power. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't understand why these folks want me to be rejected because of how they feel about a past. Now, let me tell you something. If you want to go dig in my past, go dig in it. That has nothing to do with me because you want to go dig in my past and you want to figure and find out, what I did do, what I didn't do, what I will do, what I'm finna do, what I will say, what I won't say. If you want to be that type of person and you want to dig up somebody's past, present, and future, go ahead. Because that's still not going to stop me. Because guess what? All this is showing me is that I can't eat with everybody.
Mom,
Huh?
TT outside, and I'm bringing this.
But like I said, it's sad how us straight women that can bear children Okay, my bad. So, but like I was saying though, it's just I'm just aggravated because, like I said, I work way too hard. I'm way too creative for things to constantly be at a slow when, especially when it comes down to my money and my finances. And then it's like I notice all these other weird people come around. They telling me how they got into wrecks and they got into accidents with police and shit. And these motherfucking niggas getting these motherfucking lawsuits. How the fuck is these niggas getting these motherfucking lawsuits when I'm the one that got harassed by the police? You get what I'm saying? I got harassed by the motherfucking police. My daughter got into a wreck. These folks literally have tried to do the most to me and my fucking child. And it's bothersome because it's like, damn, I'm not in competition with no motherfucking body. I can care less about the next person. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sitting around here lying to people about who I'm giving to or where I'm going at and what I'm doing and things. You get what I'm saying? You got people that are literally out here lying about stuff like that. You got people literally lying about who they giving to. You got people out here lying about who they in relationships with. You got people lying about who their friends are. You get what I'm saying? You got people lying about being in gay relationships in third party situations. They be trying to put that off on the next person because Five Star Key never been in no third party relationship. Now, when I was on my other channel, I talked about a man in a relationship with two women. I didn't say that I was a part of anything like that. You get what I'm saying? And that be the thing that people be failing to realize. Because I don't want no man that's a part of a third party relationship or in cahoots with other women. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want nothing like that. Okay, and what I also peeped is, you know how when a female be trying to steal your whole business idea, and then they make it so hard for you to come up in this world and all this and that, it's because they fortune ain't good. It's because they fortune ain't good. It's the fact of they know when it come down to you being that creator or you being that person that that does stand out in the crowd or that does have good stories to tell or good things, good messages for the people, good news for the people. And it's like these people that don't have good news for the people or these people that don't stand out when it come down to the crowd, it's just like they're not giving to you because they feel like when it comes down to whoever this older person is, because this is an older person, it could be somebody with wisdom, gray hair, or just knowledge, or it could just be spiritual knowledge or whatever. But when it comes down to that person's spiritual knowledge, maybe they could be kind of confused or something. But it's just weird because it's like, how come everything this lady is building? How come everything 5 Star Key is building that, and you watching everything that 5 Star Key is doing? How come everything isn't growing for her? How come nothing grew for her in 3 years? And she's been planting all these seeds. How come nothing's growing? But how come every time when I peep game, how come 5 Star Key outside doing something and you come up with a new business idea every time? You come up with something new every single time because you're purposely sending these disgusting, sick, twisted men that you feel like you can control. You're sending these people to this person and they're telling you information because that person either knows that Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and that Virgo. They all know each other. They all a part of some type of organization, some type of group. They could even have some type of belief. You get what I'm saying? They could have some type of belief or whatever. But the thing is, too, when it come down to it, it's just like, who are these people to sit up here and say, you know, how can they sit up here and try to get away with murder? How can these group of people get away with stealing somebody's business idea? How can these people get away with sneaking in people's home, doing the most wickedest shit that they fucking do, sneaking in the school systems and watching the kids at school? You get what I'm saying? You got to think about the people that we put in charge here. Because I'm telling you, this is the most ridiculous thing. It's just like, why y'all don't want me to be financially stable and financially set? I don't have to marry anybody. I don't have to be a part of no demonic group. I don't have to be a part of y'all. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I don't is because of that type of stuff that goes on right there. Y'all be laughing about murder. Y'all laugh about murder and then get mad when somebody speaks on it. Because that's like, I'm telling you, trying to kill somebody's business, trying to kill somebody's life. Trying to kill somebody's business, trying to kill somebody's life, money, finances, everything. It's just like, that's ridiculous because they mad. No folks mad because that demonic attachment has been rejected. Like I don't have, just because I'm a Capricorn, and see, that be the problem with y'all. Just because I'm a Capricorn does not mean I have a demonic attachment, because I very much do not. I'm very much healthy on the inside and out. Internal wealth. I literally have internally healed around here. I have really been embodying the energy of self-love, self-healing, rejuvenation, regeneration, reincarnation. Like, all those energies I have really been embodying. I've not been out here, just sitting up here telling y'all, bad news and things, keeping y'all in a toxic cycle. I have not been keeping my followers or the people that watch me or subscribe to me from my other channel to this one. I do not keep those people in a toxic cycle. Those people on the outside looking in that wanted me to feel rejected. They wanted me to feel rejected because I did not want to accept their demonic attachment. That's the main reason why they wanted me rejected, or they wanted me to feel some type of way, because I was not sick, never have been sick. I'm not competitive. I don't compete for dick. I don't compete for creative ideas. I don't compete for anybody else's creative thoughts. I don't compete just to try to get into the spiritual realm to see if I can beat this person about what their life is, or compete with their life. When it comes down to who I am, I don't compete. I just don't compete when it comes down to people, my love. I have no reason to compete. I have a beautiful daughter, and I have a beautiful mind. When it comes down to intellect, I am a very smart woman. And I know these men have been trying to control my daughter. I know that Libra, Gemini, Aquarius was trying to control my child. I know that Cancer energy was helping control my child and things. My family, my mother. Like, I know them people are very much demonic. That's why when it comes down to sex with any of those type of people got to beware and be careful. Because those are the type of people that will try to give you the kiss of death, or they will try to kiss you and put some type of demonic attachment on your ass. That's why when you recognize those type of things, you better do you a spiritual cleanse and vomit. Because I'm telling you, don't, and you know what they say too, don't return to your own vomit. Now, what I show y'all outside, that was candle wax on the ground. You know what I'm saying? That was candle wax on the ground with the leaf. That was not vomit, but after I ran across a person and it's just like, okay, so this person has demonic attachments. Cause I remember, when it come down to like selling soul and things, I don't sell my soul. I don't sell my soul. I never have, and I never will. You get what I'm saying? Because the reason is because it's like, if this is kind of like selling your soul, it's kind of like these people will hold on to everything that you do. They want to take from you. These people do not want to give you what you deserve. They want you to just constantly work, 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 while they constantly steal, 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 steal. And then they want to sit around here and say that you have a problem with trust, or you can't trust. They'll sit up here and say, oh, you can't trust 5-Star Key. But yet, I wonder, could you trust the rest of the motherfuckers when they got to sit around here and block somebody? They got to constantly block somebody because they got to hide. You know what I'm saying? They got to hide the beauty because they're intimidated by the looks. So they want to try. I'm talking about, when I tell you, every aspect of my life, these people tried to destroy. Even when it comes down to the way my body is. These people have tried every single tactic to slow me down. They have tried every single thing. And it's just given like, I'm not going to be tied to anybody that has been sleeping around with those people. Because like I said, you got a man he's like a devil. He can switch his body or spirit into a woman or a man or a dog or a cat. You get what I'm saying? He can shapeshift into anything. But like I said, when it comes down to it, when you start raising your vibration, you start elevating, then that won't exist in your realm, because if he gets to shape shifting into anything else, then he'll be stuck in wherever he shape shift into next. He'll literally be stuck in it. So even if he go to jail in that body, he'll be stuck in it. But like I said though, it's so wild because I love Jesus, okay? I love Jesus, and I tell people about Jesus. You get what I'm saying? Like, I really, really do. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. So why keep blocking somebody? Why keep blocking me from success? Why keep blocking me from business? Why keep trying to put me in the energy of where I have to war all the time? Why keep putting me in the energy that I always got to protect myself? I always got to watch my back. I always got to wonder what I'm going to eat. I got to wonder how I'm going to wash my clothes. I got to wonder how I'm going to pay my bills. I've been having to wonder all these things for years. How I'm going to get me a nice, decent car that's paid off. How I'm going to get these things that I know I can get on my own. But yet, it's like people wanted me to be attached to them. You get what I'm saying? People wanted me to be attached to them in certain ways just so they can gain further more control. And the thing is, I refuse to follow the roadmap of the enemy. I refuse to follow the roadmap of the enemy. Because hanging with them people, kicking it with them people, don't nothing good come from them. Don't nothing good come from their communication. Don't nothing good come from their conversation. All they want to do is talk down on you and to put further more demonic attachments on you. Because let me tell you, if somebody constantly got you worrying about a lover, if somebody constantly got you worrying about your finances and your business, or being blocked from this or blocked from that just because they're jealous hearted, or just because they don't want to see you happy, or they don't want to see you make money or whatever, sometimes that'll keep you in a demonic mindset, because you be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But then when you think about it, they are low vibrational people. It doesn't matter how much money somebody has. If somebody constantly want to see death for you or your family, or want to destroy your kid or what you're building, your reputation, if they constantly want to destroy that, you got to know they're low vibrational. Because for people to sit around here and be like humiliation ritual and they cool with that, to me they sleep. To me, they're asleep if they gotta sit around here and say, "Oh, well, 5-Star Key went through a humiliation ritual for 3, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years." No. No, that's not no humiliation ritual. That is those group of individuals, they were trying to make me not believe in Jesus. Because if they convince me not to believe, then guess what? Then that means they have open access to make me believe anything. Any old lie. You get what I'm saying? Any old lie I would believe if I didn't believe in Jesus or if I didn't believe in his word. That's why I said, when it come down to me, I don't have any demonic attachments. I don't have any demonic belief system. Now, when it come down to just the spiritual journey, I learned a couple things on my spiritual journey. But when it comes down to me being embedded in the word of God, that's where my heart really is. You get what I'm saying? That's where my heart really is. My heart ain't really here competing with you low vibrational females for nothing. Competing with you men for what? You get what I'm saying? Because let's be honest. If a man got married to another woman, then congratulations. Look, congratulations. So now he's taken. So now it's another man that's single that wants a real wife. You get what I'm saying? It's another man that's single that wants somebody real, solid, loyal, and genuine. Because these men shouldn't be having all this type of quote unquote control, even though it be secret control. Because the thing is, once I find out or figure out, oh, this man trying to keep me here and he ain't providing for me. This man trying to keep me here, he's not doing anything for me. This man ain't paid not one bill. He ain't buy me not one sock. This man didn't buy me not one candle, not one flower. He didn't do nothing for me. And you want me to sit around here and wait on you? You want me to sit around here and be loyal to you? No, I don't deserve. When it come down to me being loyal to any man, I don't owe no man no loyalty. None. I don't owe no man no loyalty because half these men be coming with demonic attachments. They be coming with demonic attachments, lies, drama. You get what I'm saying? Unnecessary, just wickedness. All because they want a kid that ain't even theirs. Because they think they're going to get some money out the deal when they ain't getting nothing out of the deal. They're getting absolutely nothing. It's literally a waste of their time. What if this was just a test of their fate to see who they really are and how they really are and how these people really behave? Like, you know damn well you couldn't do business with that Cancer. You know damn well you couldn't do business with that Virgo. You get what I'm saying? You know damn well you couldn't do business with that Taurus. You know damn well you wasn't going to do business with that Aries. You get what I'm saying? Because honestly, I feel like two people have gotten manipulated, played, bamboozled. Just because people be saying, oh, be silent. Oh, be silent. Don't say anything. But no. You want me to suffer in silence. You want me to quote unquote die in silence while you reap the benefits off of my energy. I am not going to suffer in silence. I am not going to be quiet. I am not going to bow down to your rules and regulations just because you feel like I should. I am not going to be attached to any demonic relationship. Any demonic people, any demonic way of thinking. When it comes down to my mindset is strong. When it comes down to my strength is strong. When it comes down to my willpower, I have willpower. When it comes down to love, I am love. I am wisdom. When it comes down to knowledge, I have knowledge. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like for people to sit around and let somebody just suffer And then these groups, I'm talking about these group of people, these people having fun. I'm talking about they on the slick with it. They just slick hate me for no reason, and it's sad because guess what? I will never partner up with those people. I will never respect any of them. I see what they do. I see what they do. I see how sneaky they are. I see how conniving they are. I see how manipulative they are. It's like while they trying to keep you in the mental prison, they putting themselves in one. While they trying to stop you from making your money, and they trying to stop you from getting your respect, love, and that you earn from people, it's like they're losing the respect. They're losing love. And the reason why is because they don't want you with it. They don't want you with love. They don't want you with success. And that's sad how you be like, damn. Like, dang, I would have never looked at that lady like that. I would have never looked at them in that type of way that they're manipulative, they're money hungry, they're stingy, they're conniving, they're liars. They really have demonic attachments, and they really have demonic entities working through them. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Being grounded, I've been feeling more, I don't know, when I'm grounded, being grounded, I just feel more stronger, more wiser when I'm grounded. And it's kind of wild because when I was meditating, I saw all those exchanges. I saw those exchanges, and all those exchanges were with demonic people. It's kind of like those not even real people. It's like they're demonic people. They're not who they say they are. It's kind of like the real version of them. Yes, it's kind of like the real version of them they left out in the cold. The real version of them they tried to get sick or say sick. You get what I'm saying? But the thing is, when it come down to it, my love, they need us more than we need them. And that's just it. Because when it come down to it, they want a family with us. We don't want a family with them. And I'm not sitting up here saying every demonic person, because I'm pretty sure every demonic person don't want no family with me, because I don't want no family with every demonic person. But you got some that do. You get what I'm saying? Like, every man that I've met doesn't hate me. Every man that I met, wants, some of these men probably do want kids, and some of these men probably do want a family. But when it come down to my finances, I'm just not getting in a relationship with no man because my finances aren't right. And something just isn't right when it comes down to me building, me being successful. Now, when it comes down to me recognizing the truth and understanding what's really going on as far as why did they ban my YouTube channel? Why did they remove my content? Why were they picking on me, saying that I was the biggest issue or the biggest problem on YouTube? You get what I'm saying? Like, I promise you, I don't want no sexual relations. I don't want anything from anyone until I get what is rightfully mine. I don't want no relationship. I don't want to be in love with nobody. If anything, like I said, this ain't going to do nothing but help me build my relationship with God even more, even though it already has for the past 3-4 years, because my relationship with God has never been no game. It has never been no game for me to have a relationship with God, or for me to recognize God, or to learn about God. It's supposed to be men that were supposed to be guiding me, helping me learn more about God, and they never have done that. I just been sitting here struggling for years while these people harvest. But guess what? While they harvest, hopefully they get everything that they tried to take from me. Now, when it come down to my good, all my good genes, the way my body was looking before all those witches and those demonic people tried to destroy the way my body looked, the way my face looked and everything. But God's going to restore all of that. God is restoring everything that those people tried to destroy from me. And like I said, I'm not accepting no lover, because I like to have money in my own relationship. I like to be financially set and financially stable on my own self. Because I don't know why these group of people have been trying to say that, like something wrong with me and, go get a job and shit. Like, I literally have been trying to, like, work a job and everything. You get what I'm saying? I've been trying to do all these things. But even when it comes down to YouTube, YouTube is a job. But yeah, you got evil bosses behind the scenes on YouTube trying to discredit me. And it's just like, at this point, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, whatever picture these people trying to paint of me, I guess they can paint whatever picture they try to paint. But the thing is, I'm not going to ever give up on my business. I'm not ever going to give up on myself. And I'm not ever going to give up on my real divine love. I'm never going to give up on it. I'm never giving up on myself. I vow to never give up on myself and to never let a demonic man or a demonic entity confuse me in any type of way.